beautiful, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you are joining us, we say a very warm welcome to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for joining us again. Thank you so much, we appreciate you. In today's video, we are going to be learning how to transfer our pattern, our basic bodice pattern that we drafted in the last video. We're going to be transferring to fabric, and I'm going to be teaching you how to transfer your dart. We are going to be doing a little of that manipulation. We're going to be transferring our dart to different parts of the basic bodice. If this sounds like what you would love to learn, then stick around. And please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime we come up with a new video. And please, if you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. This makes a huge difference for us because it shows YouTube that we are sharing valuable content. So please give our video a huge thumbs up and I will appreciate that. So if you are ready, because I'm ready, let's dive into it.
You know, in this pattern I've not closed the bust dart. In our last pattern we were able to close this bust dart and transfer the dart. We transferred this dart to the waist dart in the last class. So today I'm going to show you how to transfer the dart anywhere on the pattern. So let's get into it. First of all, let's learn again how to transfer your bust dart to your waist dart. So the first thing you will do is to cut through the center line of the waist dart. Before, there is a principle. Before you can transfer one dart to the other dart, you must open there must be an open dart first. So we are going to open this one first. We'll open this. You see me, I'm cutting through it. So by the time I open this one, anything you're opening must touch your bust point. You can see it's touching the bust point. So when I get to the bust point, I'll stop. You can see I've opened it through to the bust point. So this gives me room to be able to close this dart. Before you can close a dart, you must have opened an existing dart. So you can see me now. For you to close it, just hold it like this. Hold it like this. Then place it. You see, I folded this line. Then I'll place it on this line. So you see me on this line. You can see it. You can see it. Now I've been able to close the bust dart and I've opened. That means I have transferred. See? That means I have transferred this dart. That means when I want to sew my clothes, there will be no bust dart. I have transferred it to the waist. I hope you understand. I have transferred this bust dart. By the time I close here now, there will be no dart. When I'm sewing my clothes, there will be no dart. There will be no bust dart on my clothes. There will only be waist dart. When you close your bust dart, you know you are going to cut off this excess of the dart so that you can take it in. Let me cut it off. You cut it off like this. You cut. See it. I want to cut out the dart. I want to cut it out. See, I'm cutting. Look at what I'm cutting. I'm cutting the dart. The dart. I'm cutting out the dart. Please note what I'm cutting out. I'm cutting out the dart so that I can transfer it to my fabric. I'll show you how to transfer it to fabric. You see? So by the time I close this, my bust dart, there will be no bust dart on my clothes. I'm going to sew. I'll show you how to sew it. Don't worry. I'm going to sew this waist dart on my fabric. That is what is going to show. Bust dart will not show. Hope you understand. Okay, so after transferring your bust dart to your waist dart, let me teach you how to transfer it to fabric. If you want to transfer to fabric, the first thing you do first is to bring another paper. Let's say a brown paper. Then you place this pattern on it. Then what we want to do is to make sure we can cover up this dart so that when we are transferring it, it will be easy. So what I usually do, this is what I usually do. I will just place gum. It's gum I'm using here right now. So I'll just place gum on my pattern. Then I'll place it. Just watch what I'm doing. I'll place it. You see what I'm doing? I'll place it on the brown paper. Make sure you're having allowance downwards here towards this part. Make sure you're having allowance. You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? Okay, so when I place it, the next thing I want to do, just watch me, you'll get it. The next thing I want to do is to try and close my dart. After I gum it, I hope you can see, after I gum it like this, I'll try and close the dart back, as if I'm closing the dart back. You see it? Just close it. If you're having any fold, don't worry. Just fold. Make sure it's matching. Then you cut it. After folding it, you cut it. You cut this excess downwards. You cut it. Then you can cut any other excess you're having. You can cut any other excess you're having below. You can cut it out. You see me cutting it out. See me cutting all the excess out. So by the time I open it back, this is what I'm having. I've been able to fill up the dart so that by the time I'm transferring to fabric, it will not be difficult. I hope you understand. You see it? I've been able to fill up the dart. This is to make it easy for me when I'm transferring to fabric. I hope you understand. So let's transfer to fabric so that you understand what I'm talking about. So I've pinned it down. The next thing I want to do is to add my allowances. So you have to add your allowance, your sewing allowance. So I'm going to add ½ inch. I'm going to add ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch here, ½ inch here, and ½ inch here. So I'm going to add ½ inch all around. ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch on the armhole. ½ inch, ½ inch. So this piece, let me teach you something so that you get accurate. You will draw a line first. Just follow the line of your armhole first, of your chest line. Just follow the line first before you add your ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch. So you connect it. You see it. You see it. You see it. So yeah, this part I'm going to add 1 inch. You can add any amount. This is your sewing allowance, so that when the person gets big and the person wants to open it, they will have allowance to open it. So you can add whatever you want to add. Well, I'll add 1 inch. I'll add 1 inch. 1 inch. So you see it. I'll connect the lines. So this part I'm going to add ½ inch downwards, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch. See, all this part I'm going to add ½ inch, ½ inch. I hope you can see it. ½ inch, ½ inch. So you see, I'll just connect the lines. So you see, I'm going to add ½ inch to the neckline. So if you want to alter your neckline, it's not compulsory you use your 3x3. You can alter your neckline just the way I taught you in the last video. For this particular one, I didn't alter the neckline. I'm using the 3x3. So I'm going to add ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch. Then I'll connect my lines. Then I'll join the shoulder lines to the shoulder slope. So you see, I've been able to add all my allowances. So now I can cut. So I'll just cut through. Now cut the lower part. You see it. This is what we have when you finish transferring to fabric. This is what you have. You can see the dart. So all you need to do is to notch. All you need to do is to notch this point. All these points, notch them. You notch them. Just notch them so that you know the beginning, where the dart starts and where the dart ends. So another thing you will do again is to make a point at this. I'll get a pin. I want to get the bust point. I'll put a pin. See, a pin, an affix pin. I'll put it in this bust point. I'll put it. This is to help me so that when I remove my pattern, I'll be able to know where the dart will get to. But we know that the dart is not going to get to the bust point. It's going to, when we are sewing our dart, we'll sew it 1 inch away, 1 inch away from the bust point. You know that already. So I'm going to put a pin. I've put it on the bust point itself. I'll put it. Then I'll remove the pattern. You know, I've notched all the parts where the darts, all the dart leg. I marked where the dart will stop. See them here. I notched them, and I notched this middle too. So I'm going to remove the pattern now. So you see, when you are removing the pattern, make sure that that pin that you put does not go out. You see my pin is still there. So the next thing I want to do is to draw from the bust point. I'll draw a line to meet those notches. You see my first notches here. So I'll draw a line. You see it. You see it. Then I'll draw to this middle line too. You see it. So you see me to the bust, from the bust point down, from the bust point down to the notches. So you see, this is my dart bust point, but we know that our dart will not get to this point. So what we'll do is to come down 1 inch, 1 inch. You see it? Then you can connect it back again, or you can just do it at once. When we are doing the other part, I'll do it at once. So you see, so that's where my dart will stop. So what you do, just flip it over, flip it over to get the dart of the other side. So you see, I flipped it over, and see my pin is still there for me to know where my bust point is. So from that part, let me just come down by 1. Just come down by 1. So I'll just draw the line. See, my notches is still here too. My notches appeared here too. So I'm just going to draw the line. I've come down by 1 already, so I'm just drawing it. So you see, that's your dart. You see where my pin is. I hope you can see it. This is where my pin is. Look at my pin. Then I came down. I came away from the pin by 1 inch. Then see me. I'm going to hold my dart like this. So let me remove the pin and show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when I open it. See it? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and hold my dart. I'll hold my dart like this. You see it? I'm going to sew my dart like this. I hope you can see it. I'm going to sew my dart like this. So I'll go and sew it, then I'll show you. Okay, so I've been able to sew it. If you can see, look at the line. Look at the line. See it? I've been able to sew the dart. You can see it's laying. When you want to press it, you press it towards the side seam. This is how you press it with iron. You press it towards the side seam. If you notice, look at the down part. See how it's matching. Nothing is coming out. You see? Nothing is coming out. You can see it. You can see. See how beautiful it is. I used the contrasting thread so that you'll see where I sewed. You see it? See it looking beautiful. So this is how you transfer your dart. So we have been able to transfer our dart to the waist. If you want to see just the waist, if you want to do to the bust, that's exactly what you would do. So we'll do like maybe 2 more. We'll transfer the dart maybe to like 2 more places around. Maybe we'll transfer to the mid neck. We'll transfer to the mid neck or the shoulder. I'll show you, but this is for the waist. You can see how beautiful it's looking. Sorry guys, I had to end the video here because the video is becoming too long, but I promise to make a continuation in our next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.